quiet just a second because it takes a minute to connect.
Got it.
Hello and welcome to our virtual lunch and learn. Today we're talking about realizing the value of your TechConnect. My name is Rachel Green and I'm the Digital Communications Specialist here at McNaughton-McKay Electric Company. Presenting for us today will be John Claffey, Services Specialist out of our Charlotte, North Carolina location. And out in the comments section, ready to answer your questions, is Stephen Jackson, Technical Support Specialist, also joining us from Charlotte. We'll also have a Q&A portion at the end for John to answer your questions in more depth. And we'll be getting started shortly, but we'd like to allow a few minutes for attendees to join us here today. As you come in, let us know where you're joining us from in the comment section. You can view recordings of previous virtual lunch and learns on the YouTube channel under our virtual lunch and learn playlist. And we cover a new topic every Wednesday at noon, so be sure to join us in future weeks. For anyone just coming in, welcome to our virtual lunch and learn, realizing the value of your TechConnect. Let us know where you're joining us from in the comment section as you come in. We'll be looking for your questions as you have them, while our presenter, John Claffey, takes us on a deep dive into the Rockwell Automation TechConnect platform. Our specialist, Stephen Jackson, is ready to respond to your questions, and we'll also have that Q&A segment at the end of John's presentation. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Jody. Thanks for joining. It looks like we have a number of viewers with us now, so let's go ahead and get started. John, I'll pass it over to you.
All right. Thanks, Rachel. Hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name is John Claffey, and I'm the Services Specialist for McNaughton-McKay Electric out of Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm excited to be with you today, and I feel like the topic that we've got is especially exciting because it's about a battle that we all fight every day, and that is the battle against unplanned downtime. Now, let's take a look at the agenda for today. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to spend a couple of minutes talking about the challenges that we all face in manufacturing today, and we're going to take a broad view of some of the tools that are available to you to meet some of those challenges. But the lion's share of our time today, or the majority of our time, is going to be spent taking a deep dive into a very special tool called TechConnect. And I want to let you know up front that I'm gonna throw a bunch of information at you very quickly. But there's three things that I want you to take away from our conversation today. The first one is that we recognize that the challenges that you face on a daily basis are real. The second thing that I want you to recognize is that the tools that are available to you are very powerful and can help you meet some of these challenges. And the third thing that I want you to realize, and this is something that I'm really going to drive home to you, is your services specialist. And everybody out there has a services specialist in your local area. But your services specialist can help you put together a group of tools and a group of people that can be at your disposal to help you meet some of the challenges that we're going to talk about. All right, let's get started. I'm not gonna take anybody by surprise this morning by telling you that manufacturing today is difficult. And not too long ago, I had a customer that actually likened it to a walk through the jungle. And you know, you think about a walk through the jungle, and you're gonna find snakes, and you're gonna find tigers, and you're gonna find quicksand. You're gonna find a ton of scary things. Now, reality is you probably don't have any tigers or quicksand in your facility, but there are a whole host of scary things that I'm certain that you will find in your facility, like aging equipment, or a retiring workforce, or budget constraints, or the never-ending pressure to make more product with less waste. But there is one predator that we hadn't talked about, one big cat that we haven't talked about yet, and that is unplanned downtime. Now, let's face it, we've all gotten that telephone call at 2 o'clock in the morning that says, hey, we're down. And nobody wants to be in that spot. Nobody wants to get that telephone call again. And I'll make you one ironclad guarantee. And the guarantee is that if you're going alone, if you're trying to do it all by yourself, it's going to wind up bad. Let's face it, nobody can do it all by themselves, and nobody needs that 24-hour pressure of being the Lone Ranger. So what is it that you need? And you need a team, and you need a team of experienced people with specialized gear. And I want to go back to the thing we talked about your services specialist. Your services specialist can help you pick and choose from these tools and assemble a group of tools that will help you in your daily walk through the jungle. Now, some of the tools that the services specialist has available are divided into three groups. There's the group that helps you understand where your risks are, like an install base evaluation or a plant network assessment. There's the group of tools that help you prepare for the inevitable downtime event, like workforce training or maybe a preventive maintenance plan. And then the third group of tools are the group of tools that help you react to a downtime event, like having a spares plan or like having a remote support contract or remote support plan like TechConnect. All right, so that's where we're going to spend the majority of our time today. But before we can take our deep dive, let's take a little bit of an overview. And we start with, what is TechConnect? TechConnect is a remote tool that allows you to get in-depth information and help related to Rockwell hardware and software. And you can get this information, you can get this help either over the phone or over chat or over email. Continuing a little bit in our overview, I want you to understand that TechConnect is an extraordinarily powerful tool. It's actually 8 tools all rolled into one. And those 8 tools are also divided into 3 groups. Now there's the group of tools that are the reference tools. And those are the ones that help you to go look up the answers that you need. There's a group of tools that are real-time tools. And those are the tools that help you get a live, living human being to help walk you through the issue that you're facing right this minute. And then the third group of tools are the non-emergency tools. Those are tools that help you get answers when you've got the luxury of time. Now, before we can take our deep dive, we got to get prepared. And in order to get jungle ready with your TechConnect, you got to have 2 things. You got to have a TechConnect profile, and you got to have a TechConnect authorization number. Now, your TechConnect profile allows you to favorite knowledge base articles, and we'll take a look at that here in a minute. And your TechConnect profile also allows you to look at the transcripts of every interaction that you've had with TechConnect, so that you can glean information from previous interactions. Now, the second thing that you need is that TechConnect authorization number. And I liken that to the keys to the Jeep. You're not going to get support started, and you're certainly not going to be able to take support down the path unless you've got your TechConnect authorization number. All right. So now we're jungle ready. Let's take our walk through the jungle. And what happens when unplanned downtime attacks? Well, when unplanned downtime attacks, most people's first line of defense is a library called the knowledge base. And the knowledge base is a collection of 86,000 articles which document interactions between Rockwell remote support engineers and end users. And there is an enormous amount of information at your fingertips that you can utilize by going to the knowledge base. So how do we get to the knowledge base? Here is the web address that we've got. And if you don't do anything today, if you don't do anything at all, I want you to favorite this web address. And I think Rachel's going to put it in the chat for you, because it is one of those things that if you will get in there and take a look around and use it, you will find just a ton of valuable information there for you. All right, so there's the web address, but this is what the knowledge base looks like. And not only is this where the knowledge base starts, but this is where all of your support tools are. So this is your landing page. And if you wanted to search the knowledge base as your first line of defense, you would come in and you would utilize the search bar right here in the middle of the page. I've just highlighted it in yellow. Now, let's talk about the knowledge base. Let's say, for instance, that you had a Logix 5000 fault code that you needed to know more about. You would come to the landing page and you would go to the search bar and you would type in fault codes and you'd hit search. And when you click search, you would get a list of articles related to fault codes. Here's one related to Kinetix 5700 fault codes. Here's one related to Kinetix 5500 fault codes. And down here, third one from the bottom, you're going to find an article that is related to the Logix 5000 controller fault codes. All right. So when you click on that topic, you're gonna be brought to knowledge base article QA 45576. And 45576 tells you that there is a summary of Logix controller fault codes, and it's in an XLS format. All right. So when you click that Excel file, you're going to get a comprehensive list of those Logix 5000 fault codes, all the way down from 1 to whatever the final number is. And you're going to get a description of what those fault codes are. Now, I also want you to notice that this column here gives you corrective action for some of those fault codes. So that is a ton of very valuable information right there at your fingertips. And let's go back for a second, because having it at your fingertips is very important. Let's go back to article QA 45576. You remember when we were talking about setting up your TechConnect profile? And we mentioned that having a TechConnect profile allowed you to favorite specific knowledge base articles. Well, you would do that with your Add to Favorites button right here. And what that allows you to do is, once you favorite an article, you can get back to that article with one click. It'll be in your favorites list, and you can get back to that Excel list of fault codes and corrective actions with one click. And that is very that is having very valuable, very powerful information at your fingertips. All right. So knowledge base is your first reference tool, and here is your second reference tool, and it is called the online forum. And you'll see it up here at the top. I've just highlighted that in yellow as well. Now, we used to call it the user forum, but now it's the online forum. But let's talk about how this differs from the knowledge base. You got to remember that the knowledge base were documented interactions between Rockwell remote support engineers and end users. The online forum are actually interactions between end users and end users. You know, you might be making, pickles in Arkansas, or you might be making plywood in Portugal, but we're all utilizing the same drives. We're all utilizing the same software. We're all utilizing the same PLCs, and we're all fighting unplanned downtime. So there's a lot of information that we can learn from each other, and the vehicle for that is the online forum. All right. So that's the discussion of our two reference tools, the knowledge base and the online forum. What if you are in such a jam that you need real life help and you need it right this minute? The TechConnect tool has 3 real-time resources and 3 real-time tools that you can utilize. Now, the first real-time resource that you have at your fingertips is phone support. And that is you can get a Rockwell remote support engineer on the phone to help you with your issue. And when you call Rockwell, when you call the TechConnect team, you're going to be connected with one of over 350 remote support engineers. And these engineers average 13 years worth of experience. So there is a ton of real life, hard-earned knowledge available to you over phone support. And the way that you get phone support is right here through your Get Support menu. And when you click Get Support menu, you will have the option, you'll have a list of topics that you can get support on. And all you got to do is find the topic that interests you, click phone support, and you'll get the direct telephone number and the direct extension to that particular group of engineers. That's your first real-time support, is phone support. Your second real-time support tool is my personal favorite, and it's called Chat. And you also get Chat from the same exact Get Support drop-down menu. You click on the menu, it gives you a ton of topics that you can get support on, and it gives you a click button that you can start a chat conversation. Now, a lot of people utilize Chat and like Chat because the environment that they work in is very, very loud. And so if you're on the floor and you're connected to your Allen Bradley PLC and you're trying to troubleshoot an issue and you need TechConnect help, a lot of people work in such a noisy environment that they couldn't have a telephone conversation. It wouldn't be possible. So they can utilize Chat, and they can chat back and forth with the Rockwell engineer and have all that information that they need at their fingertips. Chat is my favorite because I was raised in the South, and when I call TechConnect and I talk to some of these guys in Cleveland or some of these guys in Milwaukee, they think I talk funny. And so I spend a whole lot of my time spelling words or repeating myself or getting clarification. And Chat allows me to eliminate all of the accents and dialects so that I get my information quicker and can get my problem solved and get on my way faster. All right, so that's why Chat's my favorite. But those are our first 2 real-time supports. There's phone support and chat support. Now the next real-time tool that I'm going to talk to you about is probably the most exciting thing that has happened to remote support in the last 10 years. And that's called LiveView. And what LiveView does is it allows you and the Rockwell remote support engineer to actually see the same thing. And the way it works is that when you're on the phone or on a chat with a Rockwell remote support engineer, that engineer may decide that it would be beneficial for you both to put eyes on the equipment that you're working on. And if that's the case, the engineer will send you an invite to either Vuforia Chalk or WebEx. And those 2 apps utilize the camera on your device as the eyes of the remote support engineer, and actually allow that remote support engineer to look at the equipment that you're looking at. Now, Vuforia Chalk has an additional feature in that the remote support engineer can actually annotate on the screen of your device different things that you need to be aware of. And you can see on the slide here that the remote support engineer has utilized a green highlighter on the screen of this iPad to help the end user to draw the end user's attention to this particular part of the equipment. very powerful stuff, very new and very exciting. This type of technology, this type of resource allows for some very quick resolutions to a lot of the complex issues that we fight every day. All right, so phone support, chat support, and live view, 3 real-time tools that you can utilize as a part of your TechConnect. Now, from time to time, you're going to need answers, but you're going to have the luxury of a little bit of time. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So TechConnect gives you 3 non-emergency options that you can utilize to get the information that you need. And the first non-emergency option that is available to you is the ability to review the transcripts of your previous interactions with TechConnect. And this is very, very valuable. Like if you've got a problem in December of 2020 and you realize that you solved something similar back in June, but you just can't remember exactly what it was, you can go back and you can look at that transcript that you had with the Rockwell remote support engineer, and you can remember exactly what the troubleshooting process was and what the resolution was. Or if you've got a problem with a machine, and you know that you dealt with that machine, a couple of months ago or a couple of years ago, you can go back and you can look at all those transcripts and get you the information that you need to get it back up and running. The way you find your transcripts is over here at My TechConnect. And when you click My TechConnect, you have a menu over here on the left, and you can look at service ticket history. And service ticket history is a collection of your transcripts, whether it's phone or chat, and you can go back and you can review all of that information. All right. So your second non-emergency resource has gained a lot of popularity here in the last year, and it is called Submit a Question. Now, Submit a Question is an email route to the Rockwell remote support engineers. And the thing that you need to know about Submit a Question is the inbox is enormous. So if you want to send an HMI program, if you want to send a PLC program, if you want to send a video of this machine running, whatever it is that you think would help the remote support engineer get up to speed and help you solve your particular issue, you can send that through Submit a Question to this inbox. And the way that you access Submit a Question is here on your landing page, and you go to Get Support. And when you click on Get Support, you will find the list of topics over here on the left that are available to you. And this very first icon right here is the email Submit a Question or email an engineer option, and that helps you get that information to the engineer. All right, so we're almost done. We're almost out of the jungle. The third non-emergency tool that I want to make you aware of is called the Product Compatibility and Download Center, or PCDC. And I want to show you that the web address for the PCDC is different from the web address that I asked you to favorite when we first started this conversation. I think Rachel's going to throw this in the chat as well, so you can copy that. The Product Compatibility and Download Center allows you to upgrade the software that you own to the current version. And let's face it, with the way things are changing and as fast as things are changing, the ability to get the most current version of the software that you've got is a huge time saver and a huge money saver. All right, so that is your third non-emergency tool that we've talked about. And guess what? That's the end. That is what we came here to talk about today. was that deep dive trip through TechConnect. I want you to remember, I had three things that I wanted you to pay attention to throughout today. The first one was, we recognize that the challenges that you face every day are real and they're difficult. We also recognize, and we want you to recognize, that the tools that are available to you through TechConnect are powerful, and they can help you meet some of these issues that you may encounter. And the third thing that I wanted you to do, and the one I really wanted to drive home to you, was your services specialist. And everybody on the call today has a services specialist in your area. The services specialist can help you put together a plan where we utilize the tools that only you need, the specific tools for your operation, to help you battle some of the unplanned downtime events. So that's my challenge to you. That's my call to action. Is everybody today, I'd like for you to find out who your services specialist is, and reach out to your services specialist and say, hey, I want to know more about an installed base evaluation, or help me understand the preventive maintenance plans that you offer that can help me avoid unplanned downtime, or help me understand which TechConnect I need and how to utilize it. And I am certain that your services specialist will be eager to help you pick through those tools and find the right combination. All right, that's all I've got. Rachel, what do we have in the chat?
Thanks, John. We don't have any live questions at this moment, but I would like to give a few moments for folks that might have some follow-up questions for you. And while we wait, I will reiterate what John said. Those two links are out in the comment section for you to click through and easily bookmark right there in your browser, or copy and paste over if that's easier. So for anyone watching this even as a recording, you should also be able to see those in the comment section as well. And another reminder that if you do have any questions for John, if you are watching this as a recording, or if you think of something after this live stream has ended, you can always send us an email address at the email address there on your screen, McNaughton@McNaughton.com. Just let us know the title of the virtual lunch and learn you attended, so that we can be sure to get this question or your questions over to John so he can respond to you directly. And that is all we have. I do not see any live questions coming in, so I'd like to thank all of our viewers here with us today. Thank you, John, for a really great presentation. And thank you to Stephen for being our resource out in the comments section. All right, remember to subscribe to our McNaughton-McKay YouTube channel for more industry content, and we look forward to seeing you live again soon. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.